Hi, Lizzie. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How has your week been? It's been a little bit since we talked.
It's been slow, but it has been good.
Okay, good. Is there anything interesting that's happened?
Yeah. Okay. My mom and I figured out a way of living. I'm hopefully gonna get my own place, but she has access to it, and if I need help, she can help me anytime.
Okay.
So that's cool. My cerebral palsy symptoms have lessened a little bit. Maybe it's just from kind of the stress of living at home. Not that there was really a lot, but it's the symptoms have kind of lessened, so my arms don't go numb all the time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Has that helped with work at all?
Yeah, I didn't lose my job, so that's good.
Okay, so you are still at the car factory. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And you said that you found a place to live?
Yes, with my mom. Not with her, but she helped me find a place. Yeah.
Okay. So have you moved in yet? Are you still in the process of?
I am in the process of, yes.
Okay. And where's this place at, like in relevance to?
And to her house, it's like 10 minutes from her house.
Okay.
And it's about 15 minutes from work.
Okay. And what is this like? Is it like a one story? Is it?
It's like a duplex, and I share it with someone else who has cerebral palsy also.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it's like a community type thing, but it's not like an actual place where people go. So we kind of help each other too.
That's awesome. Is it just you and one other person?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't moved in yet, so we've just only talked and stuff like that.
Okay. Does this other person already live there? Okay.
Yeah.
And is it just you two in the house or duplex, or is it there's other people who come? How does it work?
It's just us two in the duplex.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you know when you're going to move into
In less than a month, yeah.
Okay, that's exciting. Are you excited?
I'm very excited, yes.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about work a little bit. So you said that you didn't get fired, which is good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Has it gotten better with your boss at all? I know that was a little bit of a stressor for you.
Yeah, our relationship has gotten better.
Okay.
Like boss to employee wise. He's been a lot. My mom talked to him, and he's kind of a lot more understanding now about it. Because I guess I wasn't telling him in a very accurate way that this is what I had and whatever.
Okay.
I mean, he knew, but I guess I just wasn't descriptive enough. So my mom helped me talk to him a little bit. So he's really understanding now, and we kind of just made an agreement where I really have to come in, even if I need to take medicine, I need to do whatever, exercises, whatever. I really need to come in when I'm supposed to.
Okay.
So we're kind of just working on scheduling and trying to figure out what would be the best and stuff like that. So
okay. Well, it's great that he's willing to work with you on it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad. Okay, so today we're gonna kind of work on setting up a plan for this whole process with us. So right now we're gonna just kind of name off some different problems or needs that need to be met in order to get to your ideal end goal of being independent and living on your own, okay? All right. So what would be, we'll just start off with one. What would be one problem that you see that you need to overcome in order to live on your own?
Being on track of my medication and being on track of just making sure I'm doing everything, paying the bills and all of that kind of stuff, and taking care of myself really. So I need to I've decided I'm gonna try to make lists and stuff more often.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll get to like different ways to do it. So it's awesome that you've already like thought of that and found ways to. Have you tried starting making lists?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, the lists help a lot.
that's great. Okay. So yeah, we'll look at different things. Is there anything else that? So you have like you want to stay on top of medication and everything, and then you'll have to like stay on top of bills. Is there anything, any other problem or need that you can like think of that might arise that, or not that might arise, that it's already existing, or like a need that you have?
No, am I supposed to think of
What about? I'm trying to think. So you're in the middle of moving right now,
Yes.
like you said. Okay. Well, let's think about this. What is your ideal kind of, when you picture like living independently and kind of that end goal there? What does that look like for you?
I'm happy I have like the duplex mate with me, so that if I really need something, they will understand as well as I will understand, because we both have cerebral palsy.
Okay.
So if something happens, we can help each other because we know kind of what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really gonna be enjoying having that. But so I think that kind of having that connection helps the independence a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm not relying on my mom as much, because I'll have someone there to help me as well.
Okay.
So yeah. What else? Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other? Because it doesn't have to be just like living on your own. It could be. Is there anything on like work front or with like socially, so like interacting with other people or friends, or expanding, like, so having to do with friends, like expanding a support, like your support group, or like having a better relationship with your mom, or what? Because I know you guys already have a good relationship.
Yeah.
But how do you? So you do like living with a duplex mate, and that's awesome. So we have that. Tell me a little about what you see for work and social life.
Social life, I actually, since I've been at work more and I've actually tried putting more effort into work, I made a lot more friends, because I guess they didn't like me before because I wasn't really staying on top of my stuff.
Aww.
So now that I'm actually on top of everything and kind of figured out more and more stuff, I have a lot more coworkers that like me, and we sometimes hang out, and there's no more pot smoking or anything like that. We just hang out and watch TV, talk about TV shows.
Okay, that's
Netflix
awesome.
and chill, you know.
Netflix and chill, yes.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And so work is going good in that sense, as well as the social sense. And my brother comes over, or when I get the apartment, my brother will come over a lot sometimes too. And
Okay.
does that make sense? A lot too. And just hang out and stuff.
Okay. That'd be good. Yeah, how will you feel not living with your brother? Because you said you guys were close.
Yeah, very close.
Mhm.
Since my dad left,
Mm-hmm.
we just been very close. But so yeah, it'll be different. It'll be different not living with him, because he was like my friend more than a brother. But he's both. So it'll be difficult. It'll be very difficult. But I think it's time for it to happen. So
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be difficult. But it'll be good.
yeah.
Good to have that.
And he'll have a place kind of as well to be independent. Not like living with me, but if he needs to be alone or whatever, he can just come over. So
Yeah. Living with mom is a little bit different than being able to come see you. That'll be good. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's we'll go back to the two problems that we have already. So yeah, staying on top of medication. Is that a problem that you usually have? Is this something like that you forget, or what happens there?
Yeah, sometimes I just wake up, like if on days I don't work, I'll wake up and I'll just just forget because I'll sleep in, I'll do whatever, like on weekends. And then on days where I do work and I forget, it's mostly just because like, you know, I'm in a rush to get to work or I'm in a rush to go somewhere, and it's like, oh, I should probably, you know, I just usually forget about it because I don't eat breakfast most of the time too.
Okay.
So
Do you have to eat with your medication?
I should, yeah. So I've also had to start doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and getting in that new routine is it's kind of a struggle. How often? Is it just once a day, or is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's one tablet, 74 milligrams a day.
And it's just that one Ritalin, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's look at the medication one first, since we're already talking about it.
Okay.
Sounds good. So let's think of like two different like short-term ways to kind of achieve that bigger goal, I guess, of like being able to take that medication every day and not like forgetting or anything. So one could be like if you want to like wake up earlier every day, or different things. Can you think of anything? Or
waking up early would help. Also, like maybe a checklist that you hang above the door or next to the door that you have to mark off before you can even leave the house. Maybe that might help as well.
Okay.
Can't think of anything else. Having it on a keychain, so if I do forget it and I'm driving, I can be like, oh, well, there it is. I can just pop those in my mouth. So.
Okay. So like having it like accessible, maybe.
Yeah, all the time.
Keychain, or like having some of it with you. Okay. Yeah.
Because I already use the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever organizers that they sell.
Okay. Awesome.
So I had everything laid out ahead of me.
Okay. Yeah, that can be really helpful. Let's go back to like your idea about making the list of the house. That's a great idea. I'm a big fan of lists.
Heck yeah.
Yes, they're great. So what in order to like have that list, what are some tasks or something that like you would need
Dry
to do
erase
to
boards.
So to get dry erase board, that'd be good.
And dry erase markers.
Okay.
And maybe like I could, before I go to bed every night, I could just, if something changes on the board, I can just rewrite it or erase it, whatever.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
You can like reuse it.
Yeah. So I don't have to like buy new ones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What tasks need to be completed
Oh, okay.
for you to have this list? So let's think about on the list to stay on top of meds. You have to know the medication, right? And then how much it's once a day, maybe like making sure that like putting on the board like you eat every day, or
Like putting it like, you know, brush your teeth, do whatever, get dressed, you know, whatever. Take medicine, eat breakfast, and then once that's all checked out, you can just head out the door.
yeah. And where because you mentioned putting it like in front of by the door, so like keeping it someplace
so
that you see it.
Yeah, before I walk out, I'm just like, oh, there's that. Forgot to do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. So before all of that, like you have to create a routine. There we go.
Yeah.
So do you already have kind of like a daily routine that you do?
Kind of, but it's definitely not as structured as I'm hoping it will be once I kind of get out of my mom's house.
Okay. So you just make that more structured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that'll happen when you move in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, checklists at your house. So for getting the dry erase board and markers and everything, let's say you have that. Do you want to have that by the time you move in, or do you want to have like a week leeway to get everything unpacked? What would, or have it already so you kind of like get into using it?
That one.
Have it already?
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. You can kind of ease your way in and figure out what works best for you.
Yeah.
Everything's all like worked out by the time you move in. All right. Is there anything else that you'd think that you might need in order to like get this whole like checklist accomplished?
No, I don't think so. I think just motivation to keep doing it every day and every night before I go to bed or when I wake up.
There you go. All right. Yeah, and I'll kind of like check in and see how that is every time we meet. Okay. So going along with that, for another kind of like smaller goal, so you have waking up earlier every day. What are different tasks there that you might need in order to be able to do that on a regular basis?
Going to sleep earlier.
Okay.
Because I always say I'm going to bed at 10 and then end up staying up till 4 or something, watching Netflix or watching something else and like just not paying attention
Mm-hmm.
to the time. So definitely going to bed earlier, kind of basically is all I can really think of is just getting to bed earlier.
Okay.
And having all the lists done before I go to bed or before I even get into bed.
Okay. Yeah. Do you already do you have an alarm clock? Do you set alarms?
Yeah, I use my phone as an alarm.
Okay. Is it do you have it set up to where it is the same alarm every day, or that do you set it manually every day?
It's not manually set every day, so I do have it on when it's automatically on there.
Okay.
So like it goes off at certain times on certain days.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, those will be good, especially like to get that routine started. And are these something? Do you think it'd be best to try these starting now as well?
I think I should. That would be the smart thing to do. Yeah.
I think that's good too. Okay. All right. Yeah, that'll be good. Again, because you'll have your own place, and it'll be nice to already be on top of it and everything when you move in. Yeah. Okay. So for having it accessible to you, you mentioned a keychain. What different? Because I think it's having that checklist and everything there will be really nice. But yeah, for on days that you are rushing out the door, what tasks do you have to complete basically to be able to have it accessible? What would you need to have done?
Well, like I said, I already have like the Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever thingy in my kitchen right now in the house I'm living in. But like I said, I definitely think one of those keychain things will help, or maybe like keep a bag because you're not supposed to have the bottle. Keep a bag of like maybe 3 or 4 of them in my car if I don't have the keychain, which wouldn't make sense, but
it's a good idea though,
yeah,
because it would keep it with you.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to. I'm sure like once you move in, you'll have a place to keep everything. And so that'll be
very nice too. To have my own area for everything and not sharing it with my brother.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that'll be nice. Okay. So is there anything else? Is there anything that you have like I could help you with on getting these goals met?
No, I mean I like the regular checkups or whatever. I think would be really helpful just to keep doing in the future.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of helps me stay motivated and on top of things.
Yeah, and that's good. That's what we're working for. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep make sure the medication's all worked out, And then, yeah, we'll have to figure out something for like staying on top of the bills and all the real life stuff.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yes, it is a real treat. Okay, so is it just, are utilities included in, are you paying rent for it? How is this?
My mom and I are splitting it
Okay.
because I do work, a factory job type thing at the car place, so
Mhm.
you don't make much. You make enough, but not, much. So
Yeah.
she's going to help me with that for the first year, and then I'm in the process of her helping me. I'm going to save a lot, and after the year, I'm just going to start paying it by myself.
Okay.
Which will be nice to also take that leap of independence as well. Knowing that I have done it will be really nice.
Yeah. But with that, yeah, you're gonna it'll be, kind of something to overcome as well. Just learning to like save up and
Yeah.
become financially aware. So yeah, those will be something like we can work on and kind of get you there. So, what goals do you have to get to be able to like be on top of the bills? Oh, and I asked, the utilities, are utilities included in the rent?
Yeah, amenities and everything are very included, and they have.
Okay.
So it is a duplex. So it's not like an apartment building,
Uh-huh.
but there is like a little facility where they have a pool and a workout center
Okay.
and stuff like that.
That's nice.
It's a group of duplexes, and then in the back it's like a yard, but it's a big yard type thing.
Okay.
So
Cool.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I'll have plenty to do on my days off that's active as well. That'll help too.
That will help, yeah.
But yeah, everything's included.
Okay. All right. So, what goals for staying on top of things? What do you want to have? Like to have what?
Lists, like
Yes, like the
yes.
list.
Yeah. I'll have to start doing those regularly.
Okay.
Lists, the board thing, the race board.
Okay.
Just all those things that will help.
Okay. You want to make sure all your bills are paid on time.
Yes, and the bills. That's
Yes.
important. It's crucial.
So yeah, do you have a calendar that you use at all?
That's a good idea. No, I do not have a calendar.
All right. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta head over to Staples and grab that.
There you go. Yes, all of the office supply stores are what we're getting at. And they do have, there's like the foldable ones that you can have with you, or there's like the big ones and you can do dry erase so you have them every month, or what do you think would work best for you? And you can always try to view out and decide.
Right. Well, the dry erase ones, if you erase something, your arm hits one thing and you erase everything.
Yep.
So I'm sticking to paper. My coworkers have big ones that are you can write on with like pen, not like dry erase. So I'm gonna grab one of those, see how that works. That'll help me stay on top of like when the bills are due and when I have meetings or whatever.
Okay.
So
Good.
that's a really good idea. I will definitely use that.
Yes, that'll be good. And do you want to? Because I don't know when you'll start getting bills or anything. If you've already gotten one, I hope not.
Yeah,
but
no.
Do you want to already have that by the time you move in, or
The calendar.
yes, or do you want to
Yeah.
get that when you move in?
Well, both maybe. I don't know. I think it'll be helpful if I get it now, but yeah, I think I'll just get it now.
Get it now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Before
So,
I
yeah.
move in.
There you go. Okay, so we'll make sure that you at least have it by the next time we meet.
Yes.
Hopefully by then, you'll be moved in. But we will I'll make sure you have it. Okay. So you'll have a calendar and you'll put everything on there regular so you have it all laid out. Make sure you have lists. Okay. So let me just, what about, because this saving up for everything, because you're paying for everything on your own in a year from now, right? Okay. So have you ever had to like save up for anything? Do you know? Okay. So that's a big experience right there.
I have no idea how to do it, so we will learn.
Okay, yes. So we can have that as like a goal in order to kind of be financially independent.
Maybe there's even like a little short 1-time or 2-time class that you can hook me up with, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that for you. So we'll do like a savings, budgeting, kind of like general financing class. Just kind of get you going there. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and look into that, and I'll have that by the next time we meet. Okay. And if I find anything sooner, I will let you know.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into that later today or by the end of the week. Do you have a savings account set up? Do you have?
So when I get paid, it's direct deposit, I think it's called.
Okay.
And it so automatically goes right into my I have a debit card that goes right into there.
Okay.
And that's how my mom, if I ever ask for money or need money, that she just can send some over to me. So that works too. But I don't know if I have like an actual like put it away savings account.
Okay.
Type thing.
Okay. So I know to set up a savings account, you have to go to the bank, and they should be able to tell you right off the bat if you have one or not. And it'll just be kind of linked to your regular account. And do you have like an app for the bank? Okay.
Good old Chase app.
Yep, those are so nifty. But yeah, so on all the apps, most of the apps anyway, they have like the transfer capabilities, so you can just transfer not everything, some of it over to savings, and that'll, because like savings builds interest, so that'll be good too, kind of like as it sits in there, like it'll be able to build interest and make a little bit more off something. Yeah. So yeah, I think we get to like go in and set up a savings account, and that'll, because it's not as easy to get money out of there,
right,
as it is a debit or a checking account. So that'll be good. And then, would you set some of it? How would you utilize that? Do you think you would?
So usually I work a little more than part-time, but not full-time.
Okay, so between like 30 and 40 hours a week?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I would probably, and so my checks are about 100, 300, 200, one of those three.
Okay.
And I would try to put at least 100 or at least 50 in the savings, so it keeps building up as the checks come and go. But that would be a goal, that like learning how to budget it would help that.
So at least 50 to 100, and you get paid every other week?
Yes.
Okay. Every other week. So every paycheck. Okay. All right. So yeah, and then I will look into different classes for you and help in any way I can for that. Is there anything else in order for budgeting and saving? Mm-hmm. No? Okay. And if you have any questions, we can figure something out for you.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Yes, here to help. Because yeah, staying on getting those bills paid on time
Right.
is that'll kind of like build stuff for you in the future and just look good and kind of general. Make life easier for you. Okay, so let's we're gonna kind of get off like house stuff a little bit or living situation. For work, you sorry, I'm reading over everything here.
You're okay.
I think work is going better. You said. Do you and you like your job, correct? Somewhat. Okay. Is it someplace that you want to stay? Is there, or do you want to stay there long term, or is it just a job?
Well, I've thought about this quite a bit, and I've done research, and I did like a community college for a while, and I was just like, and then I got the factory job, whatever. It isn't something that I would like to do for the rest of my life, certainly not. But I don't want to go to school, so I need to definitely volunteer, build up my resume so that other companies will hire me at, on high school diploma level.
Okay.
And have recommendations and stuff like that. That's pretty ambitious, but, with how things are working out as of now, I think it'll be a possibility in the future to get a resume and look at other jobs.
Okay.
At companies.
So, would you say that like a problem or like a need that you have now would be to eventually be able to find a new job?
Yes.
Job,
Yeah.
career, okay.
Eventually. I mean, not right now because things are going fine and I don't want to mess that up. So
Yeah,
maybe in 5 years or 10 tops.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be, because everything's kind of got itself worked out now, and that's good, yeah. Do you know, like, what kind of job you'd like?
I'd like one maybe in customer service, maybe getting to not hang out, but like greet people every day or maybe interact with different people rather than staying behind the scenes and assembling cars.
Yeah.
Or whatever I do. So I think it would just be cool to kind of interact with different people.
Okay, so you like that social aspect and being
Yeah.
able to. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see that. That'd be good. All right, so you said it's been 5 to 10 years. In getting this new job, because we're talking way down the road, which is good. It's good to have a plan. What different things? What smaller goals along the way? Because in order to obviously do that, you'd have to reach smaller goals. We obviously do want to make all of this like attainable and work out for you.
I would hope to get raises within the next 5 to 10 years. Maybe get higher in the positions that I work on, and maybe even get a managing job so that I can really put that on my resume and really make it look really nice.
Okay, so you want to like hopefully like move up in the
company,
the company, okay?
And then once I move up, then I'll kind of tear the company down by leaving. But I will leave in 5 to 10 years and find something else for me to do.
Okay, good.
Hopefully. But
Yeah.
definitely moving up within time.
Okay. Time, yeah.
And volunteering and whatever else I can do.
Okay. So yeah, you do want to get involved in volunteering, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of volunteer work would you be interested in?
I like building things, so I think those ones where you go and build a house for someone. Or
Habitat for Humanity? There's no word there. Okay.
That is the one. I definitely did not know there was an actual name, but that is the one.
Yes. So it's they actually have I don't know if it's like the headquarters, but I know they have like a location in Wabash actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's definitely a beneficial, like very good organization. So that'd be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other ones that you want?
The animal shelters.
Okay.
I'd love to work with animals as well. And I mean, animals are known to be therapeutic. So if my symptoms are ever acting up, I think going and volunteering and maybe taking the dogs out or taking the cats out, sort of, would help.
Cats like nature too. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Maybe help them by getting out with them and maybe cleaning out their kennel thingies every now and then for the people would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's kind of go get into these a little bit more. We'll start with the volunteer. So, for how do you like working with your hands and everything?
Yes.
Have you built other stuff before? Have you?
Yeah, you know,
Do that?
in high school I was in wood shop and I loved that. That was really fun. I've just always kind of liked fixing things and making things look newer or more inviting.
Okay.
And I also obviously like helping people when I can.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do have to help myself, but after I help myself, I do really hope to volunteer and help these other people.
Yeah. So yeah, that's important because you can't really help anyone else if you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to take care of yourself, and learning that self-care is important. So it's great that you already acknowledge that and do that. What is, because last time we had talked, we were just kind of going to segue a little bit.
Okay.
Your like main kind of coping mechanism in order like to get through everything we had talked was like smoking weed, and you had said that is kind of drawn back, which is great.
Yeah.
But like, what are you? How are you
Um,
dealing with stress now?
Well, I mean, every now and then I do it, but it's never like extremely like what I used to do. I used
Okay.
to do it like every night, every day, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just kind of like, you know, do it if you're socially doing it with your coworkers or whatever,
Yeah.
things like that. And it's
That's
never
great.
for anxiety anymore. But for anxiety now, definitely, I've looked up and come up with like little things that you can do with your like just, you know, doing this, tapping your foot.
Okay.
I've tried not to do any like the harmful ones like picking or anything like that. I don't do that. But it's more of just like repeating notions in my head like, oh, you know, you're fine, everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So like things like telling myself it's gonna be okay help a lot.
Okay.
And obviously, since I've found some more friends at work or some actual friends at work, being around people I like while I work helps the symptoms of everything kind of stay down.
Okay.
So overall, I think I just kind of have found my way around it in the workplace and in my home life. But it's definitely still there, but it's just not as strong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're gonna kind of go get a little bit deeper into that. We'll come back to all the work stuff. That's definitely important too. But so part of like staying on top of all like the house stuff and bills and medication would definitely be self-care. Do you think that part of I have no idea. Oh, definitely just lost it all there. Okay, so within like staying on top of the medication and everything, because anxiety has a lot to do with all of that. It can really mess up your day.
Yeah.
So having those new coping mechanisms are really good. Trying to figure out how to. I don't really even know what I'm trying to say. Look into self-care. Because you said you started looking into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've researched and I watched some documentaries on it, perhaps, and things like that. But yeah, I found some more hobbies like the building. That I've refound that since high school, so that's been helping a lot. Kind of being able, like I feel like having this weight lifted off my shoulder, knowing that I am able to move forward in life and move out, and my job's stable now. That kind of in itself is a huge helper.
Yeah.
But it is definitely a lot of self-care, paying the bills and stuff like that. That's a huge part.
Yes.
So I definitely need to, you know, find a way to just keep writing lists and make sure that I'm really on top of everything. And that's going to take some work, but definitely the coping mechanisms have helped and will continue to help.
Yeah. Would you say so? Like, would you say that right now, kind of maintaining your like anxiety, and is it just anxiety or is there
I think it's just anxiety.
just anxiety? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to make sure.
Right.
So like maintaining your anxiety, and is that kind of a problem with keeping everything on track?
It has known to be in the past, but I think it'll be okay in the future.
Okay.
I think it'll get better slowly.
Okay.
And that's why my mom's helping me with everything the first
Yeah.
year, just so
Yeah.
I can get used to it. 'Cause it's a huge difference, rather than having someone, live with you 24/7 who's always there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big difference. So, her help will definitely be appreciated, and it will actually help a lot. So.
Yes, that will. Yeah, because you're moving
Yeah.
out. That is a very big difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, how about we kind of, make that, we'll like think of different goals in order to help you kind of get to that. Because yeah, maintaining the anxiety is going to be,
Yeah.
like you've already experienced, it's kind of it's a big task to accomplish.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we break it down to smaller goals, maybe, so then by the time you're moving up into that big job of yours,
Yeah.
that'll be you'll be living on your own, have a new job, and have everything under control, and you'll be able to function without anxiety. That'll be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, part of that would be to have those healthy coping mechanisms. And I can, because you've done research already, which is fantastic. No, that's great.
Okay, good.
Yes, no. The fact that you're like taking that step and you've already shown interest in it like you've shown that you want to be able to have that. So for that, so you see, like you want to be able to have that healthy coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And you said like right now you're able to tap your leg and like tell yourself everything will be okay.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Have you ever looked into, like, people talk about like mindfulness, now it's the new age thing, but being mindful of like your breathing? Have you ever like looked into anything like that?
Yeah. One of my coworkers is actually into the whole mindfulness and like Buddhism and things like that, and really just kind of chilling out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have looked at that, and breathing exercises would definitely help with the anxiety. Like, if I'm sitting at work and I just start to feel anxious, all of a sudden I just like, kind of like I'm doing a rep on the bench,
Yes.
Just breathe in and breathe out really heavily and slowly. So that definitely helps as well. But the mindfulness thing, not necessarily all of that. I haven't really looked into it, but the breathing, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and the breathing is a great first step. That's definitely the main thing there. So yeah, how about, what if we say that like you will look into, not necessarily meditation, but almost in a way, but like just the mindfulness in general,
Right,
and maybe
okay.
you'll find something you like. You probably will find things that you
Right.
don't like, and it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And there's different things that sometimes people respond negatively to it. And so that might happen, and that's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, and then at least like you have some options there, and I can definitely try and do some research and find different stuff for you.
Okay.
If there's any like classes or
Yeah, maybe a
Just
class
different
would be
articles.
cool.
yeah, different things that you can at least like experience it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I will see what I can find.
I've considered yoga before, but I've never actually gotten into it. So, would that help? Is that part of the whole mindfulness thing?
Yeah, definitely it's having control of like your breathing and body and everything in there. It's a big part of it. So that would be, especially with like the physical symptoms you have from the cerebral palsy, that would be, that could be really good. So yeah, I'll see if I can find different stuff close to you.
Okay.
And yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. So yeah, you want to be able to have those healthy coping mechanisms down. Are there any other goals you can think of in order to be able to have your anxiety maintained down the road?
No, I don't think so. I think just kind of focusing on what's important will
Okay.
help a lot.
Okay. Do you think that you hope to like have helping coping mechanisms? Do you want to like expand on really like relationships with people at work, or
Yeah,
like
maybe.
have more?
I think it'd be nice to like get even closer with the people.
Okay.
So yeah, things
Yeah.
like that.
So not necessarily more, but like deeper, meaningful relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't have time to date anyone. I'm too busy with work, working the good old factory job.
Hey, that works.
Yeah.
Boys are bad. Okay. So you want to have those more meaningful relationships. What do you think would have to like happen, or what would have to be done basically, yeah, to make those relationships more meaningful?
Maybe hanging out more, and maybe hanging out like one-on-one with certain people that I really can see myself becoming really close friends with.
Okay.
Having parties at my new house, maybe. Casual like cookouts, things like that.
Okay.
Could definitely deepen those friendships.
Yeah, that'd be good. And that'll help with kind of general mental health there, to have the like support group that built up.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So part of the dealing with anxiety was the volunteer stuff. So we'll go back to that.
All right.
Segue on back. Habitat for Humanity was one that you had a lot of interest in.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into it, or is it just like an interest that you've had?
I looked into it sorta, but it's mostly just like an interest that I've had.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can definitely like build on that and
That'd be awesome.
grow that more. I can get you contact information and put you in contact with them and see if there's any like openings for you. And
that'd be awesome.
yeah, we can get you started over there and volunteering. I'll get that going for you. What do you think you would have to do? Like what would you have to have done?
Oh, in order to be able to do it?
Yeah.
Like a complete schedule from my work, and like really like coordinating with both people, like the Habitat for Humanity and my work. Maybe making like a schedule so I have things to do. I'm not just sitting at home all the time. So really just making the schedules so they can coordinate with each other.
Okay. Do you think you'd do that like maybe like once a month, once a week?
Once whenever they want me.
Okay.
Yeah, once a month, once a week, once a year.
Yeah.
Whenever whenever they're building, I guess.
Okay, so at least like regularly. Okay. So and then staying definitely in contact with or maintaining that communication, line of communication with your boss and the Habitat contact.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for the animal shelter, is there one that you've worked with before? Have you ever done anything like that before?
I've never even been to one in my life.
Okay, so that'll be a like fun new experience for you.
Yeah, I'm all about trying new things now. Hopefully.
Yes, that's great. Okay. We can find one close to you that takes volunteers and would be willing to work with you. I'll go ahead and get on that and put you in contact there. So you have never been to one before. What again, like communication thing with boss is going to be a prime thing. Communication, keeping the schedules. what other tasks would have to happen for you to start working or start volunteering?
Maybe like, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
No, that's
No.
fine. I think it's something that you might find along the way. I think it's good. Do you have, you can drive?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Okay. But you don't have a car?
I also think.
Okay. Okay. So
If I do, let's say that I do have a car.
Okay.
I just purchased it, maybe, and then I will need to make sure I have enough money for gas, driving to all these places.
yeah. And part of that will come in from budgeting too, so we'll be able to figure all that out.
Insurance, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and look into both of those places for you and see what I can find, and if I can get it to you before we meet next, then yeah, I'll definitely try and do that, and if not, then I'll have it
All right.
definitely by the time we meet. But yeah, I'll try and get that done probably by like the end of the week. And look into that when I do all the other stuff. So moving backwards a little bit more, moving up in your job, that has a little bit more tasks that we could probably break down. What would you want to do to move up, and what kind of position do you eventually want to have?
Honestly, just keeping track of what I've been doing, and really getting to work, maybe even early some days, working overtime.
Okay.
I don't know, just like making sure that I'm going and not just just because my like one symptom acts up, like I have to make sure I'm going. And I hope to become manager or assistant manager or some type of manager, because that looks really good on a resume that you manage a whole floor.
Mm-hmm.
So that will help. I definitely want to become I want to be in that position. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a good goal to have. Like you said, that'll follow you as you kind of go along. That'll be great. So yeah, you said making sure you actually go and either working overtime or getting there early, and that could be really beneficial for you. What job are you working now? Did you say it was? Yes. What
I assemble parts of it.
Okay.
So I'm a floor worker right now. I just work in the line.
Okay. What would you have to do as far as who have you expressed any interest to your manager about wanting to move up or further in the company?
Yeah. Since things have been gotten better, definitely have mentioned it to my supervisor, manager, people.
Okay.
And they're all very encouraging and understanding, and they want to see me succeed.
Great. So they're willing to work with you on it.
Yeah, and I also told them a little bit more about my condition and my struggles, and they have definitely took a liking to me and really understanding everything, and so they really do want to see me succeed. So they're helping me get to the steps.
Okay, great.
In the next 5 to 10 years.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
When you say that they're helping you, what have they done so far?
They've just really worked with me. Like if I do something wrong in the line, they don't get super angry.
Okay.
They really like, oh, okay, well, next time do this or so and so blah blah.
Okay.
So they're very helping.
That's great. So they'll kind of like see what you're doing, and then instead
Yeah.
they'll like put you in the right direction and
Yeah.
correct it. Okay, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, so you already have talked to them. Okay.
Yes.
Probably like staying in contact with that and kind of being on it, and that'll definitely help propel you along the way. And I will definitely be here like to help check in, make sure everything's going okay. And when it comes time, if you want to find a different job before 5 years, or
Right.
you're trying to move up, and I can definitely help you look into different job options or help you see what else is out there.
Okay.
Okay. But right now we'll just kind of do check-ins, and if you need anything, go ahead and give me a call. All right. Is there anything else that you can think of or have any questions on?
I don't necessarily think so right now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, then we will. I think that works. We will go ahead and set up another time for you then, and
Okay.
I'll let you go. All right.
Heck yeah. All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
Yes. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Okay.